Today we will discuss installation of NS3. NS3. So NS3 is Network Simulator. 3 is the version. Okay. So this simulator can be used to simulate networking protocols. Okay. Suppose you have designed a networking protocol and you want to test the protocol. So how you will test? For testing the protocol, you require the infrastructure. Like you require different computers, and you require computers to be connected, and they should send and receive messages to each other. Okay. So they should communicate with each other, and they should use all the layers of TCP/IP model. Okay, and you have a protocol in any layer. Suppose you have designed a protocol in any layer, then that protocol can be tested in that scenario. Okay, but practically that scenario, I mean the network, you don't have that network. Say you require 1,000 number of computers or 2,000 number of computers to be connected, right? And you don't have that much amount of computer, and you don't have network. So how you will test your protocol? So we can do that by using softwares. Okay, so we can use software to create as many number of computers as we want, and we can connect them by using either a wired network or wireless network. Okay, so we can create network, we can create the infrastructure. Different types of networks are there. We can create different types of networks. We can create local area network, you can create a wide area network, you can create uh, ad hoc network. Okay, you can create cellular network. Different types of networks you can create, and then uh, you can test your protocol for any kind of protocol networks. Okay, in that network, so we can create the infrastructure by using software. So that software is this simulator. Okay, so this is network simulator version 3. Okay, and prior to this there was network simulator 2. Okay, and this is network simulator 3, and we can test protocols of network. Okay, using this simulator we can create the infrastructure, we can create nodes, and we can interconnect them, and the nodes can communicate with each other by using different applications. Okay, and then in that scenario we can test different existing protocols. Okay, like you have studied different protocols, like in mac layer you have studied CSMA, CA protocol, CSMA CD protocol. Okay, you have studied FDMA, TDMA, CDMA, all these protocols. So you have also studied. Okay, you have studied point-to-point protocol, SDLC protocols, right? So all these protocols are you have studied. Similarly, in other layers also different protocols are there. So to test all these protocols, or to see how these protocols are working, okay, so you can run those protocols by creating scenarios. Okay, uh, in this simulator, you can use this simulator. Okay, and suppose you want to design a new protocol, then you design your new protocol, and then you can test your newly developed protocol in a scenario that can be generated by using this network simulator. Okay, so this is the advantage of network simulator. So you can emulate a network. Okay, by creating that network using this NS3 simulator. Okay, suppose you want that you want to test a protocol for and for a topology, for a star topology you want to test a protocol. Okay, say for star topology means what, you have to create a star topology network. Say this is a node, and all the other nodes, they are connected to this central node. In star topology this happens, yes or no? This is star topology. Okay, so these nodes, they communicate through this node. Okay, so this may be a hub. Okay, so you don't have hub, you don't have these many computers. Okay, so how you will test your protocol? So you can create this scenario by using this NS3. Okay. Say you want to uh, test a protocol in a mesh topology. So you can create nodes like this. Okay. You can create nodes like this. Okay. And then we can interconnect these nodes. Okay. You can create a mesh like this. Okay. So you can create this by using this software, right? And if you don't use software, then you have to have these number of computers and you have to have these number of wires to interconnect them. Okay, but you don't have that, so that's why we can use this software NS3 to create these scenarios, and we can implement different protocols in this scenario. Okay, and this NS3 provides several uh, libraries. Okay, and several protocols, existing protocols also are there in this package NS3, right? So we have read different protocols till now. In theory, we have read data link layer protocols, protocols of logical link control, protocols of MAC layer. Okay, you have read, and then after some time you will also read network layer protocols, routing protocols, transport layer protocols. You will also read. Okay, and application layer protocols also. So all these protocols we can test using this simulator NS3. Okay. So today's lab is installation of NS3. So you have to first of all install this NS3 software. Okay, and then we can use this software. Okay. So for installing this NS3, these are the steps. Okay, total 31 steps are there. I've listed these 31 steps, right? And there are different versions of this NS3. NS 3.30, 3.31 is I think the latest one, but we will use this 3.30. Okay, NS 3.30, and this software, this NS3, can be installed and used in Linux-like environment. Okay, so we will use this Ubuntu operating system, Linux operating system for installing NS3, right? And then you can open a terminal. Okay, and then you run all these commands, then it will be installed. Okay, so Ubuntu operating system, you must have Ubuntu operating system. Either you may be using that in Windows 10 or Windows 11 uh, Ubuntu app, or you may install a virtual box and there you can use Ubuntu operating system. Okay, or you can also use Google Cloud Shell. Okay, this is Google Cloud Shell. You can also use this. Okay, to install NS3. Okay, so I have opened this Google Cloud Shell. So this is very fast actually. Some of you are also already using this Google Cloud Shell, right? So how to install this NS3? So we have to follow these steps. Okay, total 31 steps are there. So first step is you see sudo apt update. Okay, so you have to update the operating system. So let me run this command first. Sudo apt update. Okay, so it is updating now. Okay, then next command is you have to run this sudo apt install g++. See, this is G++ compiler and this is Python. Okay, so two different packages are there. Okay, so this sudo apt install, this command is used for installing. Okay, and here two different things are installed. G++ is installed and Python 3 also installed. So you can write multiple packages to install, separating them with a space. Okay, so here now I will install this G++ and Python. Okay, so yes, sudo apt install G++ Python 3. Okay, my screen is visible to all of you now, students. and all the texts are visible clearly?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Yes, press enter. Now see. So this is installed, and actually already I have installed these packages. That's why it is showing 0 upgraded, 0 newly installed. Okay. Okay, now I'll install the next package, this one. Sudo apt install g++ Python 3 dev package. Okay, so I'm copying this. When I copy, see this number is also coming. Okay, so I'm removing this number. Okay, and enter. So it will ask you, do you want to continue? Okay, then you just press Y and then press enter. Okay, you see that this is installed. Okay, so like this you have to install all these packages. Okay, all these softwares, and yes, up to this step number 23 you have to install all this. Okay, step number 23 you have to, up to step number 23 you have to install all these softwares. Okay, like this, all these commands here there in this PDF file. You just copy this and paste and then you enter, and whenever it will ask you, do you want to continue, just press Y and enter. Okay, and in some cases you may get some errors also. Okay, and if you are using Google Cloud Shell, then you just ignore that. Okay, but if you are using Ubuntu operating system in either your VirtualBox or you are using a dual booting Ubuntu operating system, then you can just update that time. Just you can run this command, sudo apt update, then again run that command. Okay, and in some commands, uh, error may be ignored. Okay, so if some error is coming, then just ignore that. Okay, and continue with the other commands. So like this, you have to install up to this 23 number of commands. Okay, you have to run these commands up to 23 number of steps, right? And then create a directory. Okay, here you see I have created CN directory. Okay, mkdir cl. I have created. I have already created this. Let's see. CN is there. CN directory I have already created. Okay, so you can create a directory named CN, or any name you can give in. You can give any other name also. Okay, I have given here CN. Okay, then after that, after creating this directory, just you have to go into that directory by using cd command. Okay, so here let me go to that directory, cd cn. I'm going. Okay, I am inside this directory cn. Okay, then next step is you have to run this command, git space clone space https colon double slash gitlab.com/nsnam slash ns hyphen 3 hyphen all in one dot git. So you have to run this command. Okay, so what it will do, this command will actually clone this ns3 all in one directory and will download this directory into your system. Your system means Google Cloud system, because you are using Google Cloud system. I am using Google Cloud system now. If you are using your local computer, then it will download this one to your local computer. Okay, this folder or directory will be downloaded, ns3 all in one. Okay, then what to do? We have to go into this directory, ns3 all in one. Okay, so yes, now see I am inside this directory cn. Now see, let me do this ls command. So you see, after you run this command, okay, this folder will be downloaded. This folder will be downloaded, ns3 all in one. Okay, and after that you have to go into this directory, cd, yeah, cd ns3 all in one. You have to enter into this directory. So I'm entering here, cd ns3 all in one directory. Okay, then next step, you have to run this command, dot slash download dot py space hyphen n space ns hyphen 3 dot 30. So this command, actually this Python file is present inside this directory ns3 all in one. So when you run this command, it will download the package that you want to download. Okay, so by using this command, I'm downloading this ns3.30. Okay, so this is the syntax to run this command: /download.py space -n space ns -3.30. Okay, so I am actually downloading this ns3.30 software by using this download.py package. Okay, it's a Python file. So it is actually present inside ns3 all-in-one directory. Okay, so this, when you run this command, it will download this one. Okay, so see, I have already downloaded this one. You see here in this case, I have download.py already, and I have already run that command. This command I have already run. Okay, this one, and you see, it is already downloaded. ns3.30 is already downloaded by using that command. Okay, so this one I have already run and I have downloaded. Then after that, so this is downloaded, and now after downloading this package, ns3.30 package, we have to build this package. And see, this package consists of several protocols, several example programs of networking. Okay, so we can enable that. You have to enable all these examples and tests. This package consists of several existing protocols, examples. So we have to enable that. So how to enable? We have to use this build command. This build.py file is also there inside this ns3 all-in-one. You see build.py is there. So we have to run this file, and then we have to write this also. This argument also you have to pass. So hyphen enable examples space hyphen enable tests. So by running this command with this build.py, it will enable all the examples and tests present in this ns3.30. Okay, and after running this command,
Sir,
you
the
have,
build command takes around
yes
30 to
yes
40
yes
minutes.
yes this build command will take around 30 to 40 minutes. Okay, and it also depends on the speed of your computer and internet connection also. Not internet connection, because you have already downloaded. It depends on the speed of your computer. Okay, and since if you are using Google Cloud server, Google Cloud Shell, it will be faster, because it is using Google server, which is faster. Okay, and if you're using your local computer, so it will take, as sir told, that will take around 30 to 40 minutes. Okay, or maybe it will take around 1 hour, may also take, if your system is slow. Okay, so after building this, okay, your software is installed. Okay, so then after that, you have to go to this directory. Okay, ns3.30 directory, you have to go. See here, I have already built this. Okay, now this is the directory ns3.30. Now I will enter into this directory, cd space ns3.30. Okay, I'm entering into this directory. Now I will see here what are the files and folders present in this directory. So I'm using ls command. Okay, now see, these are the files and folders present in this directory. Now in this directory, you see there is a directory scratch. Okay, so if you want to run any program here in ns3, you have to uh, write the program, or yes, you have to write the, you have to keep the program inside this directory, scratch directory. Okay, if you want to run any program in ns3, you have to keep that program inside this directory, scratch directory. Okay, and if you want to run that program, okay, then you have to run from here ns3.30 from this directory only. Okay, by using this WAF tool. Okay, you see there is a WAF tool here. So by using this WAF tool, you can run the program. Okay, ns3 program, and the ns3 program should be present inside this directory. Okay, there are several example programs present in this examples directory. You can copy example programs from this examples directory and paste that program inside this scratch directory. Okay, and then you can run from this ns3.30 directory. Okay, so here, when you install this ns3, you see there is already a file whose name is this one, file named Scratch Simulator. So there is a program, Scratch Simulator. This is the first program. Okay, it is by default, it is present inside this scratch directory, inside this directory. Okay, so you can run this program, okay, by using this command. See, /var space hyphen hyphen run. Okay, then you see this program is present in scratch directory, so you have to give this path scratch slash scratch simulator. Okay, so actually this file is a C++ file. It is scratch simulator.cc, but when you run, you remove the extension. Don't use the extension while running. You have to just write the program name. Okay, you see, I'm staying inside this ns 3.30 directory. By you have to run the code staying in this directory only, ns 3.30. Okay, so the command you can use is /swap. Okay, so /swap space hyphen hyphen run space, then you have to write the program, and the program is present inside the scratch directory, so you have to give the proper path. So scratch slash scratch simulator. Okay, now let me show you that. So you see, I'm here, I'm present inside ns 3.30 directory. Okay, now I want to see whether that program is present, scratch simulator program is present or not inside this scratch directory. Let me check that. So first of all, I have to go to that directory, cd scratch. Okay, enter. Now do ls. Let's see. Yes, scratch simulator.cc program file is there. Okay, so I will run this. This program I will run. Okay, now how to run? For running the program, you have to come to this directory. Okay, because you have to use this /swap, and /swap is present in ns 3.30. So again, come back cd cd space dot. Okay, now I'm here inside ns 3.30. Okay, again I am doing ls. Can I see /swap is present here? So I'll use this /swap to run that program. So /swap space hyphen run. Okay, then space, then program with proper path. Okay, so I will run this now. Now just press enter. Okay, see, build finish successfully, and the scratch simulator. Okay, this is the output of this program. It is just displaying this message. So when you get this message, that means it executed successfully. Okay, now suppose I want to run another program. So you see, inside this scratch directory, I have already kept some other programs also. Okay, so what are the programs there? cd scratch. There are some other programs like first.cc. Okay, first.py. Okay, manet routing compare.cc. All these are different programs I have already copied from the examples directory. Okay, and I have kept here, so I can run this program also. So suppose I want to run this first.cc, so I'll run this space dot. Again, I have to come back to ns 3.30. So /swap /swap space hyphen run. Okay, then scratch first. Okay, so first.cc program is there, but don't give extension, just write first program name only. Okay. So press enter. See. So this is the output of this program. Actually, this program is for two nodes. Okay, two nodes, they are communicating. There is a node, server node, there is a client node, and client node at this time, at 2 second, sends 1024 bytes of data to the server node, whose IP address is this one. Okay, and it is listening to the client on this port number 9. Okay, and at 2 this second time, server received this 1024 bytes of data from client whose IP address is this. Okay, and client port number is this one. Okay, all these things are actually defined in the program itself. Okay, and I will explain this program in the next class. Today is only installation. Okay, and see, at this time period, this time server is sending again 1024 bytes of data to the client IP address is this one, and client port number is this one. Okay, and at this time, okay, client received this 1024 bytes of data from the server whose IP address is this. Okay, and port number is this. Okay, So this program is for this only. Client is sending a message to the server, and server is receiving that message. Then server is replying with another message to the client, and client is receiving that message. Okay, this is first program. Okay, so this is how you can install and run programs in NS3. Okay, and let me show you what are the examples programs already there in this NS3. So you have to go to this directory examples. Okay, cd examples. Okay, again to ls. You see there is a tutorial folder. Okay, so you have to go to this tutorial folder cd tutorial. Okay, enter ls. Now see there are several examples present here. Okay, first.cc, this one I have already copied to the scratch directory. Then first.py also there. See in ns3 you can write scripts either using c++ code or using python code also. You can write scripts. Okay, the programs you can write python by using c++ or python. Okay, so python code is .py extension, c++ is .cc extension. Okay, and yes, first.cc, first.py. Okay, see second.cc, second.py. Okay, so c++ file is also there and python file also there. And third.cc. Okay, third.py, fourth.cc. Okay, and then you can run. Okay, suppose I will run this second or seventh dot cc. I will run. Okay, 7.cc. So come back to the previous directory. Okay, so now I'm here in ns 3.30 directory. So I'll copy this 7th.cc program. Okay, this is another example program. So I'll copy this program to scratch directory. So cp. Okay, so from where I'll copy, the program is present here in examples tutorial. Okay, so examples, give proper path, examples, then tutorial. Okay, then program name 7th.cc. Okay, so this is the source file. Then I have to paste this 7.cc in scratch directory. So scratch directory is where? That is there inside this directory. Okay, where I am now, ns 3.30. So just write scratch. Okay, so this is destination location, and this is the source location, and this is the source file. Okay, now just press enter. So it is copied. Now let me check whether it is copied or not. cd scratch. Okay, ls c7.cc is present here. Okay, now I'll run this. So again, for running you have to come to that directory ns 3.30 cd space dot dot. Okay, so now I'll run. Okay, /swap hyphen run. Okay, then 7th. Okay, no 7th. You have to give proper path. It is inside the scratch, so you have to write scratch. Okay, scratch /7th. Okay, then press enter. See, it is running. See, this program executed successfully and this data are generated. Okay, these data generated. Okay, so in network simulator you can simulate your protocol, and then you can test the performance of the protocol. So when you execute your protocol, you can generate some data also for different parameters. Okay, and then you can test your protocol. So you can see this data. Okay, so this is actually time. At this time, this is the throughput, I think. Okay, so this way you can run programs in ns3. Okay, And let me show you one Python program, how to run this. So this Python first.py also is there inside Scratch folder. Okay, so cd Scratch ls see first.py is also here. Now how to run this Python program? So come back to ns3.30 directory cd dot dot. Okay, so how to run /wap space hyphen hyphen pyrun you have right now pyrun. Okay, when you're running C++ code you just write run. When you're running Python code you have to run write pyrun. Okay, so pyrun space then give the path where the program is present, then yes scratch slash first first.py up right. Okay, see when you're running Python code then you have to give the extension, but when you're running C++ code you just omit .cc extension. Okay, then press enter. You see it is executed successfully and same output we are getting here. See, same output.